Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another Just Cause 4 video. Today we'll talk about all the known tanks in Just Cause 4. I went through all the trailers and footage for the game to pick out all the tanks I could find from it. Of course I could have missed something, so if you guys find anything that I could have missed, let me know in the comments down below or on my public Discord. But before we begin, I'd like to let you guys know that I live stream on Twitch 6 days a week apart from Tuesday, so if you're into that, I recommend you check out my stream. Link to that is in the description. Let me begin by saying massive shout out to Avalanche for finally adding proper tracked tanks into a Just Cause game. I know a lot of people were excited for it after reading some of the comments, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we have seen that in any previous Just Cause game. All of the previous tanks were wheel based, but now we finally get proper looking tanks. My hope is obviously that they're gonna be stronger as a result of that change. First, let's begin with the heavy looking tank that I have found. This to me looks like your bog standard heavy hitting tank from the looks of things. As far as I can tell, it appears to obviously have the main cannon as well as a small machine gun just above it. It doesn't look like there's a gunner seat available at the top of the tank, which I think would be a cool addition. As you guys can see from this shot, there's a small X at the back of the tank. Not sure if this is purely an aesthetic touch or if it marks a weak point on the tank. I know Just Cause likes to use bright red colors and patterns to show the player what is destructible in the game. So maybe they'll use the same technique for marking weak spots on vehicles. I mean, that would add so much more depth to the game if different vehicles had different armor parameters depending on how you're facing them. Regardless, I think it's a cool looking tank. Hopefully it will be quite more powerful compared to the wheel-based counterpart in the previous Just Cause games. Next vehicle on my list is a light anti-air tank. Once again, I can't remember if we had an anti-air vehicle in a Just Cause game before. Of course, we had the anti-air turrets in Just Cause 3, but nothing really that would let you take out planes and helicopters on the move. By the looks of things, these anti-air tanks come with 4 small caliber barrels, which also look pretty cool. Visually, of course, it does look like a tank, so it's going to look very similar to all the other tanks in the game. I like the little small radar on the back of it. I think it's quite a nice touch as well. I don't think it will have any gameplay function in the game, but it looks pretty cool regardless, so it's cool that they added a nifty little detail like that. The last tank I'm not sure about. Don't know if it's a new light tank that we haven't seen before or the heavy tank we've seen earlier. The reason I believe it's a light tank, it's simply because the barrel of the tank looks a lot slimmer, as well as a small little detail that I've noticed. As you guys can see, this tank appears to have a little protective railing for its lights. If we compare that to the original heavy tank, we can't see anything like that, so I assume it must be a different lighter tank. Also, as I'm editing this video, I've noticed this screenshot. It only appears for less than a second, but it looks like a frontal view of the light tank. The barrel of the main gun looks a lot slimmer and the railing is there for the light to protect it. So I think that pretty much confirms that the light tank is going to make its way to the game. But that is all I could find regarding the new tanks in the game. I think it's pretty cool that this time around we will have both wheel-based and track-based tanks and APCs in the game for the player to choose from. I really think Avalanche is doing a great job bringing in a large vehicle number into Just Cause 4. The variety we have seen already has been absolutely insane, and I'm sure there are plenty more that we haven't seen just yet. I'm actually in the process of putting together a video of all the secret vehicles that I have seen, because there's actually a surprising amount of vehicles that nobody has really been talking about. So I'm gonna try and bring this to you guys fairly soon, so make sure you subscribe to this channel with notifications on, because you don't want to miss that video. But that is going to do it. It is kind of a short list. There isn't obviously a huge amount of tanks, because I think you're quite limited with what you can do with tanks. And I mainly focused in this video on obviously track-based tanks, because we've seen obviously the wheel-based counterparts in Just Cause 3, and I assume a lot of those are gonna make their way to Just Cause 4 as well. Obviously, I pointed out already the massive cannon track that we have seen. That thing just looks absolutely insane, so I look forward to obviously seeing more of that. But for now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel for plenty more Just Cause 4. Like I said, I do have a public Discord and a Twitch for you guys to check out. Link to those are in the description. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you're gonna have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, goodbye. Bye bye.